staying with us. I'm Sarah Bernard. I'm still here with Dan Zarlinga from the Missouri Department of Conservation, and we've been talking about eagles and how there are so many right now in the St. Louis area. Coming down to get some fish. It's getting really cold up north. It's cold here too, but
to them it's warm though.
Yeah, right. So let's remember, it should be warm to us too. So who's this guy?
Well, this is actually a bald eagle right here. It's a mounted eagle. It was alive at one time, and you know, they are magnificent birds. Their wingspans can be anywhere from 6 to 8 feet when they spread them out completely. Of course, you've got the characteristic white head. That doesn't occur till they're a little bit older, about 4 or 5 years older.
So when they're younger, they just have the brown feathers.
They're kind of brown heads, and they're not as descript. But they develop that after about 4 or 5 years, and that's how it gets its name. A lot of people think bald eagle isn't like hairless or featherless, but in this case, it comes from an old English word which means white. So that's how they got the name. But yeah, and they're incredible flyers. They can fly at 40 miles an hour, or when they're swooping down for fish, as much as 100 miles an hour.
Wow.
Their eyesight's about 6 times sharper than a human's. So
is that right?
Yes, they have extremely good vision and can spot the fish from the trees and stuff as they perch along the rivers. And,
that's really interesting. Okay, so this weekend is Eagle Days, and I know it's an annual event. All right, so tell us everything.
Well, basically, we're taking advantage of all these eagles here and having an event where folks can come out and watch them. It's Eagle Days at the old Chain of Rocks Bridge, and viewers may know where that is. That's in North St. Louis County there, just south of the I-270 and Riverview Drive exit. And it's a great place to view eagles, nice elevated platform there. It's a great bridge because it's a really neat Route 66 National Historic Register place, and so it's got that going for it too. But anyway, we have on the bridge, we set up spotting scopes with trained volunteers that will help visitors hone in on the eagles through the spotting scope so you can see them in the wild, perching and flying and fishing and doing other things.
And so it's really interesting. So you know every year that's a great place of congregation for these eagles.
It is, and one of the things that makes it good is the name of the Chain of Rocks Bridge comes from a chain of rocks, basically just south of the bridge. And the water goes over that, and it stirs up fish and keeps the water moving and stuff. And so it's a great place for the eagles to find fish.
Right.
But so we take advantage of that and have the scopes up there for people to watch. And we have a warming tent on the bridge also with a heater, so you can get a little relief from the heat. But we've got kids' crafts and educational displays from St. Louis Audubon. Local wildlife photographer Danny Brown will be doing a display there on eagle photographs. So really neat stuff. And then we also have our friends at the World Bird Sanctuary doing live eagle programs every 20 minutes or so all day. The event goes from 9 to 3, both Saturday and Sunday. And so they'll come out with a live eagle and also in a warming tent. So that's a great place to see one up close, take pictures and very interesting educational displays or information from those folks. And then we also have some Lewis and Clark reenactors who have an actual living history encampment there too, so folks can come out and see.
So all of that is this weekend, and this is the only weekend that you've got all the people, the volunteers, that kind of thing.
Yeah, everyone together in one spot for this special event, but and it's completely free, so that's something for the whole family.
Now, if we can't get out this weekend to Chain of Rocks Bridge, I know eagles are here for a couple of months. Where else are some good viewing areas? And we can always go there, right? To Chain of Rocks Bridge.
Even without the event, you can go there, and it's a good spot to view them. Actually, any place where there's near a river or large body of water, that's where they hang out. Again, their favorite food is fish. If you go up to Clarksville, I think it's Lock and Dam 24 there, excellent spot for eagle viewing as well. So if you don't mind about an hour and a half or 2 drive up there. Also Winfield, a little bit closer, north in Lincoln County, I think Lock and Dam 25 there. Very good spot for viewing eagles also. The Riverlands Bird Sanctuary is also a good place in West Alton. Along the River Road in Illinois, good spot. Grafton, Pere Marquette State Park. So there's a lot of great viewing.
So really all along the Mississippi River where these towns are, and there's a lot going on, and fish are being stirred up, there's eagles wherever there's trees for them to perch?
Yes, trees and open water and fish, and you've got eagle habitat, basically.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so they'll be leaving at the end of February and then coming back again in December.
In next December.
So they're here every year, which is really great. So good news. So Dan, thanks so much for keeping us posted on all the events. I know I want you to come back next month and tell us about maple sugar.
Maple sugaring, yes. That's in February.
All right, so there's something every month. I love this about our Missouri Department of Conservation. They keep keep us active throughout the year in all kinds of weather. So thanks for joining us, Dan, and all of you viewers. We'll have more information at the end of our show about getting involved in Eagle Days. Stay tuned to STL TV Live, and we'll have more after this break.